Hello, everybody, and welcome to Perspective, where you have your girl Pam, and I'm gonna give it to you my way.
And you got your boy Carlos giving it to you my way on perspective every week. What do we have today, Miss Pam? Give it
Look,
to
we ain't
us.
got no guest today, so we finna go
What?
hard in the paint.
Oh God.
So, look, I realize we don't need a guest all the time, but we if we have somebody that's watching, they want to come on or whatever, that's fine too. But this is, I guess, our topic for today is
Better
we
make it a
already
good
have
one.
to deal with a lot of stuff in our community when it comes
Mhm.
to other people. Why do we hate on each other? Why do we as a community hate on each other? So
Okay.
my
Why?
thing, go ahead.
Why do we hate on each other as a community? That's the topic of the day. All
That's the
right.
topic of the day.
All right.
We could go so many places with this, but I got so much to say about this too. But go ahead, I'm gonna let you start off.
Okay. So are we talking business? Are we talking just in general? Someone gets a new house. Um, family, everybody can also be looked at in this because you get a lot of the times the biggest haters are the people that are closest to you in your community or your family. So I would definitely start there. Um, I wonder why it's such a big deal. Why we can't as a black community big up each other when we see us get a graduation diploma or when we rock our new house or our new whatever. Even if you want to flex. I think the problem is that we have a crab in the barrel type mentality. And when you got a crab in the barrel mentality, if you ain't got it already, and even when you got it, this is the thing, even when you got it, they say you're doing really well in your business, but you want to be the king, you know what I'm saying, or queen
Hmm.
of the whole situation in the family or amongst your friends. You don't want them to come up because now you're not as special as you used to be.
But a lot of times, what I figured out is, you know, we don't think that. Okay, I feel like if you have a legit business and you are doing everything right, you open up your business, you're doing everything right. Why? I'm gonna tell you what happened to me this weekend. I'm at an event. I am vendoring. This is yesterday, and I had a Korean lady come up to me and ask me what why was I there, right? Why are you here? What are you doing here? And I'm like, I already got permission from the person that I'm actually leasing that space out or whatever for that
Right,
event. So
right.
I'm just saying that we have to already deal with other people hating on us. And we got to stop hating on each other. We have to stop pulling each other down. I don't know. I'm with you on the previous shows that we've talked about is solutions. How can we make
Okay,
solutions with this?
okay.
How
You
can
coming
we?
around? You coming
Yes.
around?
How can we figure out ways? Because, like you said, family, friends, all that kind of stuff. If you see your family doing well or trying to do well, instead of bringing them down or talking about them, lift them up. Buy a shirt from them. Give them some encouragement, some encouragement words. Buy a burger from them. Don't just bring them down. Don't just talk about them. And another thing too is we think that we the only, like we think that when we open up a business that we the only persons that supposed to have a business.
Yeah, we super
If you got a
competitive.
club in Graniteville, you feel like you're the only person supposed to have a club in Graniteville. And if somebody else open up a club, it's a problem. But what should happen is y'all should network. I get a night, you get a night. Then the best man, fend for themselves. You have
Yeah.
so many. We don't network with each other. We hate on each other.
No, we
What
got
is
that.
it?
We got that drug dealer mentality, like on the block. Like, look, this is my block, and you can't sell on this block. You got to take that across town somewhere. You open up your club. We're not networking like McDonald's and Burger King or Food Lion and Bilo. I don't know where y'all at, but that's what we had. Um, I mean, we got a problem because again, crab in the barrel mentality. You got a lot of
Right.
white people, black, Chinese people, all of them wonder why we can't pull ourselves up. And the first thing that we say as a black race, and I'll be the first one because I like to keep things understood. It's not that we don't have oppression still. So I have to tell any white friend I have or anybody that's wondering why black people just can't pull themselves up by the bootstraps. I have to tell them, well, we still have a lot of oppressive things all the way down to when we buy real estate, what's written into the law, you know, and the bylaws and the policies in that area, all the way up to police brutality, et cetera, et cetera. But
Right.
the number one thing I think is the problem is that we asking for too much. Not asking for too much. Okay. Now I see your head turning. All right.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm not saying we're asking for too much, meaning we don't deserve anything. I mean, we're asking for other people to do the job, do the heavy lifting. And if it's one thing we've always been able to do is to make sugar out of lemons out of
right. Something out of
lemonade.
nothing.
Yeah, not say
Something
the
out of
other
nothing.
version. But so what we have to do is we have to start. I'm gonna tell you, not to bounce around too much, but just an example. In my career in construction, I came in very green from corporate. I guess you could say corporate and sales or whatever you want to say. And so when I was new in it, I had to basically I lived a lifestyle that other construction guys did, and that's pretty much, you know, you get turned up the night before, you make a lot of money, you go party, you know, and I just gained a lot of bad habits. And so my lifestyle with being responsible at work for years, people knew me as that guy. You know, we can go out, we can hang out. You want to go, let's go find a chicks or whatever the deal is, right? Let's see Max, see what you got going. So anyway, long story short, after I say about the last 2 or 3 years, I decided to change the trajectory of what I was doing. I wasn't happy with my pay rate anymore. I wasn't happy with the way my children and community and whoever, just myself in general, how the perception I had of myself. So I just made a 180 shift in a lot of ways. You know, ain't nobody's perfect. I still got a couple things I got to iron out. But when I made that shift, at first it was a lot of kickback. It's kickback from your friends. Oh, you don't want to drink every night, or you don't want to party every night, or you get locked down, etc. But the biggest
you think
thing,
you better? Because even that, you think you better than us now.
You think you better. You start getting your finances together. You get a little bit better car or automobile or a better home, or all of a sudden you think you all that. But the thing I wanted to make a point is, I'll get to my point, is at work, people treat you how you treat yourself and how you carry yourself. And it could change like that. So say for instance, so now all of a sudden, instantly, I'm the go-to guy in a lot of the in management for management to get this taken care of, because I became responsible. I became a person that they knew was going to get it done, and that happened almost overnight. My point is, real quick, my point is that you can change your whole life instantly, like instantly.
But how was the black people treating you once you make that shift?
I'm gonna get there, because that's what I'm trying to say. This is an example of all the different things. The white people instantly snapped into place, because they was like, okay, you're this guy now, and this is what I need from you. There's no, I ain't gonna say there's no judgment, you know, and they may make a snappy remark if they know you from back then. But people coming into the job or management or whoever who just meet you, they only go off of how you portray yourself. And that's what I'm saying about our community. They are only going off the people who didn't make the laws. You see what I'm saying? I'm not talking about 70, 80-year-old white men that are running Congress and this and this and that. The people who are enforcing the law enforcement, lawyers, judges, a lot of it, maybe not judges, but the new people in place right now, or the white community in general, they didn't make the laws. They're going off of what we keep perpetuating. They're going off of what we keep doing. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter how you got there.
We're talking about black people hating on each other.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, I'm not finished. All right. So I'm making the case that the white people will change their perspective if we are doing different. The Chinese people will change their perspective if we're doing different. Just like if you start going to church, all of a sudden you're the church girl. It doesn't matter what your past. They might say slick stuff about your past, but they know not to come to you about no BS, about twerk contests and about going out and partying and pop pills and stuff. They know not to, even if you did it in your past, because they're going off of how you conduct yourself. So,
Well,
what I'm saying, our community. Let me get to the
mhm.
because you're really interested in this part. Our community, the Black community, will hold you down and continue to remind you over and over and over and over again about, oh, you how you think you better. Oh, you trying to be good now. You know you ain't nothing. You know you're a dot. You know you're a whole. You know you know what I'm saying, you ain't about nothing. We do that to ourselves worse than anybody else. Is my point. At the job, I'm constantly reminded on what how we used to go out and all of this other stuff from the guys. You see what I'm saying? It's a constant thing, and we have to stop doing that to ourselves. We got to change our whole PR way of going about this. Our the way we project ourselves in public.
Right. And I'm gonna go back to what you were saying. I don't agree that people automatically that we are against each other that bad when it comes to when we make a change. I do agree with you, but I don't feel like the white or the Chinese embrace us that quickly. At just my opinion.
I didn't say embrace. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. I'm
Or
talking.
they accept the change that I feel like they it's just as bad. I think
I'm talking.
that's just my
Well,
perspective.
I
Now,
mean, there's a difference between. Okay, I guess what I'm saying is that people. I'm talking about respect. I'm
right,
talking about, and respect doesn't mean I like you just
right,
because I respect you. I may respect you and know not to come at you with certain things because of how you are now conducting yourself consistently. Like
right.
I
And
said,
I do believe. Go ahead.
if you decide to give your life to God, or you decide to stop drinking, or you decide to start working out and living healthy, you're gonna get pushback, but people are gonna stop offering you donuts. They're gonna stop offering you drinks, even if they're talking crap. They're gonna respect the way you treat yourself and the way you conduct yourself on a normal basis. You see what
Right.
I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I could give a rat's behind about what white people actually feel if they like us. I'm looking for the respect. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Because when people don't respect you, they push harder to keep you down.
Right. And so I guess my thing is what I see in other communities is like the Chinese community. I see them, they support each other.
Mm.
I have never had a Chinese person come eat at my restaurant.
Right,
Never.
right.
Ever. And I don't even know if they eat at other people's restaurants. To be honest with you, I
Hmm.
haven't ever seen really a Chinese person at
I've
McDonald's
seen
or
plenty of Chinese people on upscale restaurants. They do go to white upscale restaurants, etc., etc. But the Chinese people you're referring to, like on Ming Wang Express or some whatever, they're eating it. For one, they're saving money. They're not just going out and eating crazy anyway. They got a restaurant. Why would they eat out? Is the mentality. If you got a
okay.
place to, if you
So
need a place to stay and you got a back room in your restaurant, guess where we stand until we come up.
right. So what I'm saying is
Same thing with the
they
Mexicans.
network with each other, they support each other. They're right there. And even within the black community, when they come in the black community, they don't respect us. They don't care really. They care about the dollar. They care about getting money, and they do what they need to do necessary to come up for their own people.
Right.
And they they will be against you if you're against their people. Period. We
Oh
can
yeah.
even talk about when we did they had the acts of violence against
Oh
Korean
man.
Americans.
I already know
It
you're
didn't
going.
it didn't even take long for that to become a issue and them to write in a law that it was against the law. Like government
On a
jumped on
national
that.
level. Yeah. On a
Right.
national
And the
level, they
reason why the reason why they come together. They band together. They come together. they make whatever they have going on a issue. But we can barely come together on certain things.
I,
We are mad at each other when somebody is opening up another business. We get mad at them. When they get a new car, we don't celebrate they got a new car. We get mad at them. We say it's income tax money. We say it's PPP money. We say all these negative things, but the fact that they work hard to get it, we
or
need to
they,
stop.
the fact that they at least got so I know some people is misusing PPP, but at least the fact that they have a business that you didn't start one and you can't get a PPP loan, etc. You're gonna hate on that. Oh, it's shady. Instead of going out and doing what they did. But the reason why I think that they were able to mobilize so quick is because in the white community, Chinese community, the Jewish community especially, there is not a disconnect from the grassroots. And if you don't know what I mean, the grassroots, just like the grass is on the ground, the bottom level, the lower level people to the top people, they mobilize quickly. They're able to connect in business and media, and this type of things with the laws. They're able to connect with the top officials a lot quicker.
Right,
There's not a disconnect to where regular people can't call up their black congressman and be like, hey man, we got this problem here. There's a total disconnect there. You might as well
right,
call, you know what I'm saying, a white congressman or whatever, because we're not connected to, once we get up to a certain level, we no longer connect to the bottom level, the way that
right.
other communities
And
are.
I'm starting to get more and more cautious about where I spend my money at.
Okay.
If you're not, like, for instance, the people I'm going to take my car to, CNC on Granville, I'm giving them a plug. They
Okay.
support. They
Shout out.
support my, yes. They support my business. They support my business. They come and eat with me,
Right.
and I am going to support their business. So I'm taking my car to them because they support my business.
Okay.
I am stepping away from supporting people just to support them. I support a lot of people, and a lot of people don't support me. You get
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not gonna give you a shout out on Facebook or share your post or anything like that. I'm talking about my dollars. I'm talking about my dollars. I want to make sure that the people that I feed into, they feed into me. You know what I'm saying? That we work with each other, we give each other, and I think that that's the strength that we need as a community with our people. I feel like, okay, and I'm gonna give another shout out to
Mhm.
Bright Hop. Dennis Bright Hop fixed my car. He
Oh
did
yeah,
the
yeah,
outside
yeah.
of my car,
Yeah, I saw that.
the
That
body
was
work of my car. My car was wrecked and
it.
messed up.
It's better than it was before.
Right. This black man said it was gonna take 3 days to fix my car. Guess
Mm.
how long it took him, Carlos?
How long it took?
3 days. 3 days. 12 o'clock on the third day, he told me my car was ready. The
Right.
professionalism that he provided to me and the cost that he provided to me was outstanding.
I think we
You know
should.
what I'm
I think
saying?
we should put it up there because when I seen that, that was that's phenomenal what he did. I couldn't, and I'm pretty good when it comes to spotting those type of imperfections on the car. This car was pristine, and it was
Yes.
completely severed in the front. As far as the bumper is concerned, you can't even tell. It looks like it's from the showroom. So I really want to put in the comments real quick and give this guy a shout out. You need to you got his information. If not, then we'll just have to maybe put it in comments later.
Right. And see, that's what I'm about. I'm about supporting, and he was recommended. He's a black man that has his own business. He did a great job. I didn't have to run him down. I didn't have to beg him. I didn't have to do any of that.
Right.
CNC is a white business. They support my business. They did great work for me. They were
Mm-hmm.
very professional. They support me. I support them. You know what I'm saying? But in the black community, what we do often is we tear each other down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Dennis did a bad job, I would have never said anything about him.
Right.
I wouldn't tear him down,
Right.
right? But I'm not gonna build him up either.
You
See,
better
that's
than
the
me.
thing. You
I'm
know
gonna
what I'm
hold their
saying?
feet to the fire. I want to give an anti shout out to somebody, but ooh, Miss Pam may not like that too much. or
Right.
who worked
So
on
what
your
I'm
car
saying,
previously, boy.
right,
I mean and that's what gives people a bad taste.
3 months.
And I'm not even gonna go there, but we'll just say,
Right.
obviously you couldn't figure out the problem, but we're just gonna say customer service is not pivotal. It's not a high. What am I trying to say? It's not a high priority in the black business. A lot of times, all we're concerned with is making some money, and we give a good product, but sometimes we can let our attitude get in the way because
But when
customers not first
but when you
in our
get a
business.
black business, when you have a black business, they work 10 times harder than anybody else.
They have to.
But the black community is 20 times harder on the black business. You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
it's a
We
perpetual thing, Pam. It's a perpetual thing because if
right,
I come to a lot of black, look, we're talking about my money, right?
right.
So
We talking about your money.
if I
We
go
ain't
to
just talking about
five
black businesses.
places,
We talking about
we're
black
talking about no
anything.
black.
But go
Well,
ahead.
let's just say I go to I deal with 5 black businesses, and I want something done in my house, or I want something done in my car, or I want to get this done, and or I can just go get my hair, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And I got to deal with BS attitude, and I got to deal with, you know what I'm
But see,
saying,
that's what
for
we got
customer
to stop
service
saying that,
across the
Carlos.
board.
We got to
Look,
stop
it's not no secret.
bashing businesses. We got to stop bashing black
No, we
people.
don't. We need to hold people accountable for the day. They don't sweep stuff
No,
under the
no,
rug.
no. Yes, we do. What's up? What's up?
Who
Yes,
that? Who
no.
else? Oh Lord, let me see who's running this.
We have
Jermaine,
to stop
what's up, man?
bashing black businesses.
I beg to
If
differ.
no, listen. In order for us to get better and do better, is instead of you going out and bashing them out in public and this, that, and third, pull them aside. Tell them what they can do better.
I
Tell
ain't
them
gonna
how
listen.
they can do it
Ain't
better,
nobody gonna
and
listen to
then
that.
and keep it moving.
They're not gonna
Yes, they
listen to that.
will.
Look,
Yes,
it's
they
just like,
see
look, we ain't
that's
giving
the
out no.
problem. This is the problem right here.
No, it's not.
You
We're not.
already assuming that
You
they
know the
won't listen.
problem. The problem is that we try to sweep stuff under the rug, right? And we want to get
No,
fifth place.
nobody's sweeping
We
in the
want to get
under
fifth
rug.
place trophies for piss
No,
poor customer service. You want to be treated. Look, you're a business owner. You want to be treated like another business owner, a white business owner, etc. Then do good business. Period.
no, I'm
You know what
not
I mean?
saying. I'm not
Otherwise, you need to
saying
be
that.
called out, and that's
But
how it is.
okay, well, let me say this. How many times have you been into, and I hate to keep bringing up the Koreans, but how many times have you been into a Korean store, restaurant,
Right,
and store, and they
right.
treated you like
Mm.
crap?
Oh, I've been in the. Yeah, I've been in the. And I've been
But you
to
went
a.
back. How many
No,
times you done been
let's
to
say, look,
McDonald's
if I get into it with a
and you ain't
store,
get your Popeyes? How many times have you been to Popeyes and they had your stuff wrong
okay,
and you
these
still went
are
back?
franchises you're talking about. You
My
don't.
point
There's a.
is,
Can
you're
I fit?
still going back.
I'm going back. I'm not going back to the same owner. There's more than one. I can't
How do
blame the
you
whole
know? You don't know who
franchise.
the
I
owners
can't
are.
blame. That's ridiculous. What you
You
mean? I
don't
don't know.
know.
I know they own that. I know they own that restaurant.
But you don't know
So I don't
which
have to
ones
go back to that
they
restaurant.
own.
I know he owns that particular one. I don't have to
So
get
they
that
may
particular
own the
one.
one you going to.
I don't have to look. Pam, I think you arguing semantics. Here's the deal. If you are running a restaurant, I'm going to assume you own that one. And if you own more, okay, so be it. But most people own one. A Chinese restaurant and Chinese is probably owning that one restaurant. You ain't got to go back to them. How many Chinese food restaurants they got on every
I know.
corner?
Okay, let me tell you. I
Liquor
know
store,
three
whatever,
people.
hair store.
I know 3 people that own McDonald's, and one of them owns 3 McDonald's. The other one owns 2 McDonald's, and I know another lady.
So
She owns 4 McDonald's.
okay. So
4 of
your
them.
solution. So your solution.
One in Clearwater, one in North Augusta, one in Augusta, two in
That's not the
Augusta.
point. That's not the point. Because
Same
you're
lady.
talking about trying to pinpoint a specific uh company that's a nationwide, national, international company, as opposed to trying to hold that one, because you got black owners of McDonald's too. So you're gonna
You
boycott
do?
them too?
No,
You're gonna
what
boycott
I'm saying is,
McDonald's
what I'm
because
saying is you give people a chance, but you go to a small black
well,
business and then a lot of people want to tear them down completely instead of lifting them up, instead of inspiring them to do better, or to pull them aside and say this wasn't quite right. And I'm gonna be honest, I have my own business, and I have appreciated the people that have pulled me aside and said, hey, this is what I feel like you need to improve. This is what has happened. I didn't like this or whatever. And then I take all that in consideration, and I make changes as necessary. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? To help
Okay.
improve my business. It's called customer feedback.
I
But
understand
we go
that. I'm
on
not
social
talking about that.
media
I'm not
and
talking
we
about
just
that.
tear down our people, pull our people aside.
Yeah,
I don't
people
know
don't listen.
how many Koreans do you see on social media tearing their people down?
No, none. Because I don't have Koreans in my social media. I don't know Koreans. So how am I supposed to know what they're doing? If I spoke Korean, I'd tell you if they're talking crap, which I'm sure they is. They're people. This is what I'm saying. It's not about corporate. Look, when you go to a restaurant and you have a problem with a restaurant, you immediately address that, correct?
Right.
So I'm not talking about you addressing. If you addressed it and it was solved, then there wouldn't be a need to go outside of that. Usually what happens is you pull this person to the side, you talk to the management, and you do all of this interaction, and you still don't get no good results, so you get bad attitude. Then you take it to social media. That's usually how it happens. If they gave you the results you wanted, you wouldn't have to take it to social media. You see what I'm saying? People don't, when people don't want to hear what you got to say because that's their baby, that's their restaurant, or they just got a bad attitude.
Right.
What you supposed to do? You supposed to just sweep it under the rug? No, you're supposed to call them out. They're supposed to get bad reviews, and their money is supposed to suffer because of it. That's my take on it. I don't like that sweeping under the rug thing. Yes, you do need to talk
See, to
to
me,
try. You
that's
should
not
try.
solving our issue as a community. That's not solving our issue. I mean, I have a friend that has a business, and they're in two different. This friend and this friend are in two different types of business. But one of the friends constantly, and they're both black, constantly hating on the other person instead of trying to encourage people to support her business and to come and be a support system for each other. It's
Right.
like, oh, y'all in two different businesses. What's the rivalry here? You get what I'm saying? What is the problem? You can't. I don't know why everybody think they got to be the only queens or kings in the neighborhood. It could be more than just one. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop glorifying. Oh, but let the drug dealers make money. Drug dealers get them a car or a house or all this stuff. They are balling, and we are celebrating them. But let a hardworking person get a car and do well or whatever. We're hating on them.
That's not
And this
true.
is what, yes, it is true.
Drug dealers hate on it. People in the streets hate on each other just as hard. If a dude's coming up, somebody try to not literally kill him. So what are you talking about?
That's not true.
That's not true. If you start coming up in
I've
the
seen
hood and
in
you
black
start
communities,
balling out, you trying to tell me people not
I've
gonna
seen
come
in
for you,
black
try to rob
communities
you?
where they see the drug dealers doing good, and them kids and
I ain't talking
people
about no
like,
kids. I'm talking
no,
about
kids and adults say, oh, you seen so and so new car, he's doing it, he's blah blah blah.
oh, you
But
froze
then
up.
you
Oh, there you
that
go.
works hard every day, and then you like, oh, you seen so and so car, they think they all of that.
Right.
That does happen in our community, and I think that's the disconnect. But go ahead. What you just gonna say? I'm sorry.
I think that
I
you're
was trying to read this
confusing.
comment, and I can't
Okay.
read and talk at the same time. Go ahead. I'm reading it to myself.
Well, here's the thing. We're arguing semantics about this. We're getting nitpicky because in every facet
Thank you.
of our lives, we have people that hate on you. Okay, even in the streets, you have people. That's why the biggest haters there are is in the streets. When you're coming up, I'm not really sure, what you're talking about, Pam. What people actually do hate on you hard. You so much so when you coming
But
up
that
that you
means
have to move out
if
of the
if
hood in order to keep
typically
coming up.
if they hating on them, they're from a different community.
No.
That's how it goes.
You can have
If you
family here
from
don't do.
community B and you from community C might not want to see community B come up or the its people come up. That's what that is. But if you are within the same community, you are celebrated. You are celebrated for bad behavior sometimes. And unfortunately, that's true. I feel like if we're out here doing, and I'm speaking to all the people out there. I love us. I love the fact that during this pandemic, one thing about Black people, we know how to weather the storm. It almost felt like we were not in a pandemic almost, you know what I'm saying? Because we just know how to readjust ourselves through anything. And besides the deaths that has happened and the pain that has happened with COVID, but I'm talking about financially. I feel like that our community they really did weather the storm. That I didn't see too many people that I know lose a house or
Well,
lose anything.
that's not attributed to our resilience, because if you remember 2007 and stock market crash, and a lot more people lost their houses, jobs, and it lasted a lot longer than what's going on now with COVID. It's the fact that government, even if you hate Donald Trump, which he is, I damn sure didn't vote for Donald Trump, but
It
it
wasn't
went hit.
him. He didn't vote. He didn't.
Let me finish.
All
Let
his
me
stuff
finish.
did
Let me
not
finish.
benefit
Let me finish.
small America.
Man, let me finish. All right.
Okay.
You talking about Congress, you talking about all the people that made these laws. Was he or
It
was
was
he
the
not the
Democrats
president?
that had to fight for those
Dude,
things to come into play because he didn't have
okay,
anything in there
well,
for the small America.
look, I'm not
Period.
saying Donald Trump did all as far as you missing the
Okay.
point. Point is, during that time, up until now, even now with Biden, there have been policies put into place, whether doubling up on food stamps, giving you extra money, giving you whatever, you're paying these jobs to be able to continue to pay you when you're off for COVID. This is why we were. I'm not saying we're not resilient emotionally. Like we ain't jumping off no bridges. Like dudes in Wall Street, they're gonna jump off a bridge, they lose half of their portfolio or something like that. Now that
Right.
part, the emotional part, we used to going through stuff. So if that's what you're saying, yeah. But as far as us being the money part, that was just all government help. Period. That's not resilient. And we able to bob and weave and do different businesses on the side, but most of that was public assistance. Real talk. And we don't want to admit that. Just like we don't want to admit that we getting no help because we want to make it seem like we
Right.
badass,
And
but
I'm
that's
not
not what
saying
happened.
that because you had people that
Same with white
help,
people. White
but
people got help too.
couldn't manage. You had some people that got help but couldn't manage. That's all. What I was just saying that we even with the help we were able to manage where some people just wasn't. They lost their mind. They didn't know
Okay,
what to
okay,
do.
I
But
can
I
agree.
can't. I will say this: if the ones that really, and I know this might sound really sad, but the ones that really couldn't manage was the middle class people that work every day that didn't get that income or
Yeah, real talk.
the that help, you know what I'm saying, when they really needed it. And
Middle class bills,
right,
middle class responsibilities.
the real bills. So it did the ones that didn't get no food stamps and didn't double up on nothing. Those are the ones that did suffer a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that
But even them, Pam, sorry to interrupt you. Even them, I mean, if you owned a house, at least you would still have your house. Like it was
right, because
damn near illegal
they
for
was
them to
able
repo your
some
house. I mean,
some places,
foreclose.
some mortgage companies, they did hold off on the mortgage
Right,
through this
bills, light
pandemic.
bills, all kinds of stuff. So,
Right, right. They did help
car
a
note.
little.
So, I mean,
But if you didn't have a house and you was renting, those renters
yeah, they
were
got,
kicking people out.
yeah.
And I get that they want their money, but I feel like the government should have did something different for them because I mean, I seen people like literally videotaping people getting kicked out of their house, and I thought that was really sad for someone to videotape that.
Wow, I didn't see
Right?
that. Yeah, people
Yeah.
videotaping. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll videotape anything. But back to the subject, we
Right.
basically hate on each other because we don't want the other person to come up.
I mean, I just want to know what the audience think. Like, what are some suggestions? What is something that we could actually, I guess, bring to the table about how we can better our community when it comes to unity and when it comes to supporting each other. I really believe that this is a big, big problem within the Black community that, I mean, we don't support each other. We are out to get each other at any means necessary almost.
Mm.
And I mean, I don't know.
Well, one of the things we can do is, again, we can stop asking for help and just basically help ourselves. I mean, I really feel like we do a
Oh, I guess you're
piss
gonna say,
poor
but go ahead.
piss poor job of doing what we need to do in our own business, our own lives. Quit worrying about what other people got going. Be happy for somebody else. Those are simple things. I mean,
And family. Family. If you have family and you got a business, if you have family and you got something going on, they should be the first ones to buy your stuff for full price and support your business. They should be the ones that's pushing your business to the next level. They shouldn't not wait until you're doing good and then they want to come
right?
and buy
Want to
something to
jump on it?
support you.
Yeah,
But they should be the ones that come and support you, the first ones to support you. But also too, because you supporting someone in your family don't mean you need to hate on someone else that's not in your family. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? So because Carlos selling shirts, I can buy Carlos shirts without hating on the next person selling shirts. You know, I can support them all if they have something that I want them to render to me. That's what I'm saying. We got to stop and stop siding with bad behavior. Stop siding with stuff you know that is wrong. You know somebody is wrong, but you want to side with bad behavior. We
that
got to stop
sound
doing that.
that sound awful familiar. Sound like something I done said 100 times. We keep standing behind these videos of people acting up, but
But
then we want to.
but my,
You know what I'm
my thing
saying?
is, like, I support. You know me. I support what I think feel is right.
Yeah, you like Harriet Tubman or something. You just gonna, no matter what, no matter what. If it's got the Black community name in it, you riding. But I mean, I just can't stand behind no BS, man, because I think in the long run it taints our name. We should be a lot more selective about what we want. I think we're kind of dizzy right now. We don't know exactly what we want from this country. We just want
Right.
something. You know, we
And
want
one thing
something.
I'm gonna say, it is a mindset. One of our guests was saying it's a mindset. It is a mindset. It does come from home. And when back in the day, we didn't have a choice but to stick together because we couldn't go to white businesses. We had to support Black businesses, and that's why they were, thriving back then. That's why you had millionaires back then because we were supporting each other because we had no choice.
Well,
You
yeah, you ain't
know,
no choice. I mean, white people wasn't rocking with us. So if you wanted to do some
right.
real business, you had to go to a black person.
Right. And now even today, if you see a real, and I hate to say this, but it's true. But if you see a really successful Black business, I mean, a really successful business, it's a lot of Black people behind it. They're doing the job to make it happen.
Right.
And I think that
They're coming
oftentimes
up.
we,
We
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 don't
come.
we don't understand what our worth is and what we have to bring to the table. We got to stop tearing each other down. We got to stop coming after each other and whatever problems you have with me, don't take it to social
Here we
media.
go. Here we
Take it
back
to
to
me.
that again. Here's my thing. White people get reviewed. Chinese people get reviewed. Jewish people get reviewed. You go on. You got Amazon. You get reviewed. Wherever kind of. That's why people care about their reviews so much, because people actually look at reviews on
Right.
Google when they search for your business. They'll look. Oh, they say that she's nasty. Oh God, it could be one person. So in order to hold somebody's feet to the fire, I mean, what do you think? You want to be with the big dogs. You want to be a real reputable business.
But
You
my
might
thing
want to.
is, it's okay to give reviews. That's okay. It's okay to give reviews. And just like one of our other guests said Mr. Bush, was saying, talking about, the black community, we only stick together when something is bad. We only stick together when there's bad, or when there's a party or something like that going on. Then we're we're live and we're ready to go. But when it's something about building, if it ain't about you in particular, or whatever, it's about me building you up, then I'm ghost. I'm ghost. If it's not about you per se, then I'm ghost. And that's not right. That's not right. If it's not about me personally, then the other person leaves, or whatever, however you want to say it, if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. All right. And Jermaine said, we don't F with each other as people. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true. And I think that's true because, again, our attitude, we need to check our attitude. We don't even rock with ourselves because we got such a bad attitude. If we did better customer service, we wouldn't have such a problem with ourselves. I think the problem is just to fix the problem.
Well,
Why are you giving a bad review?
You.
You're giving a bad review because they got bad service.
No, I disagree with you, because every single black business I've ever went into, I've had exceptional service. It's like they go above and beyond to give me good customer service. You know what I'm saying? When it's their business, when it's belong to them, they go above and beyond. Are you okay? Do I need to do anything for you? My food may come out cold, but they want to make sure. Well, why are you not smiling? Are you okay? Is there anything else we can do for you? Because they know that that's all they have is to provide good customer service. I think we're too hard on black businesses. I think we don't give black businesses the credit that they deserve. That they deserve the fact that they go hard in the paint, and they to have a black business and to understand it, you got to understand that you working 60, 70, 90 hours a day sometimes. I mean, a week sometimes.
Anybody that owns business does that. So why you got to get credit for that?
I'm saying, so you're saying anybody that owns business do that? No.
They're
but
supposed
you still,
to.
Everybody ain't cut out to do this. Give credit what credit is due.
I mean, if you own a business, if you've started and established a business, you're supposed to be going hard in the paint, whether you white or purple or whatever.
Right. And white people work really hard too. There are some good white people that work there behind all that just ain't just get it that easily. Right. Maybe a little easier than us, but they still had to really work hard to build their business and build a brand. And we support them. That's not the issue. We don't support us.
Why?
We don't.
Other than being haters, other than the haters. But there's a reason why. It's because our reputation sucks. Because we give exceptional service in a lot of areas, but we've got people that just don't give a damn about customer service. They don't care. They're gonna give you super attitude. You're trying to tell me, like, I can think, me and Pam, we've talked several times about several different businesses. And I'm gonna tell you, out of 70% of those businesses got piss poor service because of bad attitude. Not wanting to be on time with something, not giving a damn about their product.
You're talking about black businesses right now.
Yes, I am talking about black business. I'm talking about the black businesses that we know, that we have discussed.
Text me those names because I don't know.
I will. I'm gonna take your suggestion and not call out black businesses. Right. But out of the 5 black businesses that me and you have discussed recently, 3 of those black businesses were crap because of the customer service, and it was an exceptional few that gave you the great service. Yeah, okay. All right, we can talk about in the food. We can talk about some in the food industry. I don't want to go too deep because then we might get too much, point too many fingers and get too much away in information. But I'm saying in the food industry, you see what I'm saying? You in the automobile industry, and just any kind of service in a sign business, any of this crap, you got to deal with not getting your stuff on time. You got to deal with bad attitude. That's why we have a bad reputation. I'm gonna give you the hard pill, just like Jermaine said. Oh, well, he said one. Yeah, he said we don't f with each other. It's a
It's a
hard
hard
pill to
pill
swallow.
to swallow. I'm sorry.
But my main thing is that we're not rocking with our own people because we're not giving the service that we're not getting the service we expect. Anybody that thinks that's not true is not being real with themselves because we got
Mm-hmm.
more attitude than anybody about our business. Real talk.
I don't think we have attitude. I think we have passion. I
You can call
think
it what you
that
want,
well, I
but
don't think
still
it's an
attitude.
attitude because I do believe that we come to the table and we understand that we have to go hard. And so we're passionate about what we do and how we're doing it. So I think that's it. And I think that I do think that when someone does give us constructive criticism, that we have to take it with grace and respect. You
And
know
we
what I'm
don't.
saying?
We don't.
And sometimes we do get a little like really,
Yeah. Yeah.
like that. But that's because the passion is there. That's because the passion is there.
That's an
It's just
excuse.
we just have to continue to learn and do better. That's why we have this platform so we can talk about doing better. Talk about how, with me, I go above and beyond when it comes to customer service.
Right.
I'm
You do.
laughing, I'm friendly,
You
I'm
do.
I'm 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 everything I can
Sometimes
be
give them more than they deserve. All the way.
sometimes, right?
Sometimes.
And I
And
remember
that's
when I
customer
first
service.
I remember when I first started certain businesses in certain areas, I did not want no one to know that I was the owner because I'm this black girl. I was afraid that me being black, it will stop people from coming to my business and
Mm-hmm.
they would criticize me more. And
Right.
it would, so I was afraid to tell, I would be like, okay, anybody can be the boss, just not me. You know what I'm saying? Or I was afraid that people would ask me for deals or discounts that I couldn't financially give to them, that every penny counted. But they thought because I had my business and because I had this, I can give them a discount or I can give them whatever. And sometimes when you're in a business, when you're first starting out or whatever, you don't have that flexibility to give somebody something. And that's another thing too. We always come to the table looking for someone to give us something. I remember even when I got the quote from Dennis Brighthawk, I'm giving you another shout out. The guy
Mm-hmm.
that did my car, when he told me the price, honestly, I was ready to negotiate because that's just me. But when he told me the price, I was like, okay. I couldn't even, it's already like he already fit. He put in the discount already. Like he already know, hey, I'm gonna give her the CP, the CP cost. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? The CPC.
Mm-hmm.
The color people cost. You know
Right.
what I mean? So, but the thing is, I felt, and then I almost felt bad because I'm like, I want to negotiate before I heard the price. But he gave me a fair price, and I respected his price.
Mm-hmm.
Period. I didn't try to talk it down or anything. I respected his price. And sometimes we will pay more for other people's products. We'll go into another restaurant and we'll spend all this money. But when they come in to the grill range, dang, you got that much for a burger? Yes, it's that much. It should be more. It
Yeah.
should be more because what I'm giving you is quality. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want a dollar burger, I'm sorry, you need to go to McDonald's
Yeah.
because we don't sell dollar burgers here. We
Mm-hmm.
sell quality burgers,
Right.
you know? And so you get what you pay for. And a lot of times we don't want to pay us the money. We'll go into someone else's place, business, and pay them all the money and talk about how good it was. Woo, did you go to so and so, the Bloom Lemon? That
Mm-hmm.
burger was good. I just made that name up.
Right.
But the point is, we'll go in and we'll do all of that. But go ahead, Carlos, what you want to say?
I think there's a couple of different issues with that. One is that black people, we have a problem paying for quality. I mean, I think even if you go
We want
to,
something for nothing.
we want to get a discount, that's for sure. So we do have a problem paying for. We'll shop around instead of getting it done right the first time and paying for it. We'll shop around and end up getting some defective work. It's all in the attitude of what I'm talking about. And I'm not trying to bash us as a people, but I like to shine a light on what the problems are. I don't like to just skirt around and beat around the bush because I think that's not helping anybody. Yes, like Jermaine said at one point earlier, he said that we should pull out if it's your day one, if it's somebody you know, yes, you should pull them to the side. Even if it's not somebody you know, like I said earlier, yes, you should pull them to the side, talk to the manager, try to work it out before you go to social media. But I do think that if you ain't getting what you need, that business should be held accountable, because I think we as Black people are not holding ourselves to the same standard that we expect people to give to us. We have an attitude about every freaking thing. And it bugs me because I can't go to a restaurant in Augusta, Georgia without having to check my food every freaking time, because nobody cares about customer service. And that's a bad stigmata, and that's the attitude we need to change. We need to clean up our attitude.
Look, I agree with you on that. I believe, like, if you're in the business, I try to support somebody. I'm not going to say who they were. I tried to support them, and I tried to buy something from them that I don't even use. I don't even use the product, but I was going to buy it from them to give to someone else because I know that they use the product. So I was going to gift it to someone else. Right. I possibly reached out to this person. Hey, do you have this? Hey, I want to get this. Yes, give me that on this date. That person never, ever called me. And maybe they didn't want my business, which, I feel like all business is good business. You know what I mean? So, but the point is, I reached out, and that person did not reach back out to me.
Was this a Black business? I thought
that was a business. Mm-hmm.
Was it a Black business?
I thought that was very poor, just poor customer service. And I also have tried to reach out to people to fix certain things, and I've called, and then they never call me back. And then once I get someone else to fix it, they'll call me. Hey, do you need that fixed? I'm like, no, I've already got it done. I couldn't just wait on you 24/7. I have a business to run. I need things done. So I do think we need to improve on those things, but I did the first person I never did say anything to. I was like, I don't even buy their product anyway. I was just trying to support their business. So they just lost a customer that, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? They just lost me as a customer. But the funny part is, you don't know how many more customers you could have gained by even just providing me with good customer service, because I know so many people. Get what I'm saying? You don't even know what I could have brought to your table if you would have just been respectful enough to say, hey, I'm sorry, this what happened, or whatever. One thing about me is, if I see your message, I'm getting back with you ASAP, because I feel like that is very, very important.
Sorry to interrupt you, Pam.
Go ahead.
So earlier in the episode, I said we know several. I said we know several businesses with piss poor customer service. You said what? No, you're picking out the customer service issues that I'm talking about. Rather it be you trying to get a sign and they don't get back to you, or it take freaking forever for them to get back to you. You're trying to get a T-shirt done. You're trying to get your car done. These are Black businesses you're trying to give your service to. Why is there so many different examples of that? So don't get mad at me, y'all, because I'm pointing out our flaws. Y'all want me to pull you to the side? I'm pulling you to the side right now. I'm talking to you right now. Get your shit together. If you don't want the Black community, the white community, or any other community to have this stigmata attached to it, then stop acting the way that they're expecting you to act. Period.
Right.
You did.
I get it. I get that there's some work to be done within our community. It's some respect to be done within our community. But we just have to stop, even if it's the small things, and stop hating on each other. If that person has never given you anything to talk about, don't just talk about it. Because sometimes what we do is we just talk about each other, even if there was nothing even talk about,
Right.
because we don't want you to make it. We don't want you to be successful. And
Right.
we also try to count each other's money. People say, "Oh, I ain't gonna support this person because I ain't trying to make them rich. They already got enough money." How do
Mm.
you know? How do you know what their struggles are? How do you know what they're facing? You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to support them, you know?
Right.
But you go buy your weed, you go buy your cigarettes, you go buy all this stuff that, whatever, illegal stuff that you may not even need in your life. Where who you think make who you are you making them rich? Or are you thinking you're not making them rich? You know what I'm saying? So we got to stop hating, picking the negative stuff to support and not supporting people that work hard every single day to just try to make ends meet. Because those are the people that I feel that our sympathy should be for.
Well,
You know what I'm
here's
saying?
Pam.
You got people that, if I feel like if you ain't working and you ain't doing nothing with your life and you just living, however you living, you should not try to bring no one else down. If you working hard and you doing all that, you should know the struggles. So you should not try to bring no one down. If you rich, you should sit yourself down somewhere and be quiet and be thankful. Period. So you definitely shouldn't be bringing nobody else down. So I feel like no matter where you are in life, you shouldn't try to bring no one else down. You should try to do what you need to do to either get up and make something and do something with yourself, or you need to try to uplift someone else when you're in a position to uplift someone else.
Okay, well, this is a prime example of what I'm talking about, on how we
Uh-huh.
can fix the issues that we have in our community, especially when it comes to business and supporting each other. Like I said, we fix our attitude, even if it's just about your business. Don't even worry about everybody else's business. Your business. Now, think about the guy who worked on your car. Exceptional job. Black owned business.
Right,
Exceptional job.
right,
Are you planning on? Look how many times you're giving him a shout out,
right, right,
right? How many
right.
times have you given that guy who had your car forever and couldn't figure it out? How many shout outs have you given him?
None. But the thing is,
Ain't no
I ain't
but.
talk.
It's no but. It's no
Right,
but. But you saying you haven't talked about it. The only reason you have not talked about him is just to be polite. But if you were to tell everybody who this person was, he's going to get negative reviews. So it's going to work two folds. Not only is he not getting a customer because you shouting him out, but he's also getting negative customers. They're going to not go to him because of that. So
right,
it fixes itself, is my point. It fixes itself if we hold ourselves. If you do good business, your business is going to thrive because word of mouth is going to be fire. If you got piss poor business and the word of mouth is you got piss poor business, you may still get customers, but your business is not going to thrive anywhere near that business that has good customer service. It's
right,
probably been times your business has stayed afloat through hard times or started thriving because of your name, because of your customer service.
right,
You see what I'm saying? Through all of the crap, it's you or the way your business is run. If it was ran with piss poor customer service, you wouldn't get through the tough times. That's the
right,
bottom line. We got to understand that. And people are, oh, don't talk about this and that. F that. We need to keep things 100. You got bad business, you should get bad press, period. Black, white, whatever. We shouldn't get a
mm-hmm.
pass and keep on with a bad attitude because we're black. Oh, don't say nothing. That's bull. That's my opinion.
Right.
That's bull. So I guess
I
we can
agree.
round it
I
out on that.
agree. Well, this has been a great conversation. The me and you, ooh, ooh, ooh. We're
Crazy.
having a good conversation. I'm just messing around. So we're gonna give our last perspective about the show and what we think, and they ended up.
All right, all right. Well, as I say every week, and I think the answer is more ass whippings. That's the bottom line. All these bad business owners and with all this attitude and whatever, they come from bad kids. Bad kids, bad parenting. That's my opinion. So whip them behinds. We might have better customer service, but to be serious about it, we want to be held to the same standards as everyone else. That's what we say
Right.
we want. That's what we march for. Civil rights, equal rights for everything. Well, then you need to act equally like you got some sense. If you don't want people to talk crap about you, then don't have crappy service.
Right.
Stop giving us a bad name with your bad ass service. Period. I'm tired
Right.
of it. I mean, I'm tired of I'm tired of the look that we got right now. Because
Mm-hmm.
I can't defend it. How can you defend it? You see what I'm saying? So I think we should do some in-house cleaning, some self-check. We need to learn what customer service is. And then your personal business, start with your business. Screw everybody else. Get your business together. Make sure all your employees understand what it is. Make sure you're a solution for your customers when they have a problem. And I guarantee you, even if you get a bad review from a hater, that it's going to overcome in the long run. Pam
Right.
can attest to this. You've gotten a bad review over some bull. You see what I'm saying? But you've been able to overcome it because of the great customer service you provide. And that's the bottom line. No other
Right.
shit code. That's my word.
Okay. Well, I always say we're stronger together. And I feel like if we band together, it doesn't matter if you're white or black or whatever. I feel like we are stronger together. I have so many, and I always like to say this, I have so many great white people that support me, that surround me, that are, one of my one or few of my biggest supporters, and I love them for that. But the thing is, what we're talking about today is unity among the Black community, and I feel like we could do better. We can do better together. We can do better if we are band together. And like you said, it does need we do need to reevaluate ourselves. We need to look in the mirror. We need to work on our customer service. We need to work on our attitude. We need to work on stop getting so mad so fast about things we can't control. We need to try to make sure that we do what we need to do necessarily. And if the people that surrounding you are not supporting you, go outside of that and pull people in that will. Because there are people out there that will support you. You just have to change your circle sometimes. And it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Because the
Mm-hmm.
circle that sometimes the reason why you're not going and moving, it's because some people in your circle have their brakes on. Check that. They
Mm-hmm.
don't want you to go nowhere.
Okay,
They don't
KK.
want to see you moving forward. They don't want to
Spit
see you
them
do great
spit them
without
bars.
them. Check
Yeah.
that.
Spit
That's
them
right.
bars. I hear that, Pam.
So anyway, thank you for watching Perspective. We're on every single Sunday at 5:30. This has been a great topic like always. I feel like,
Mm-hmm.
we need this type of conversation. That's why we have this show to let you know what our community is needing in our community. What we need
Okay.
to talk about, what we need to bring to the table. That elephant in the room, we need to talk about it. We need to stop ignoring
Mm-hmm.
it. But every single Sunday at 5:30, and you see them deuces. Bye bye.